The Holy Land is, I don't want to use the word magical because it's kind of corny, but it is true because it gives you an experience of something deep and profound, and it's also a little bit of a surprise, the way kind of a magic show is. And what I want to do is tell you a little bit about my trip, an incredibly unique trip to Jordan and the Holy Land, because I'm teaming up with a pretty well-known singer-songwriter, Steve Angrisano. And he and I are going to share an experience of opening up the Bible for you through food, faith, and song. And why? Because actually in our Latin tradition, we're supposed to pray with song, in chanting. And why St. Augustine said, if you sing, you actually pray twice. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually arrive in Amman, Jordan. It's the Riviera they call it the Riviera of the Middle East. It is peaceful, it is beautiful, and I know a lot of people get nervous. Don't worry, it is 100% safe. And they have incredible food and incredible wine. I don't know if people realize this, but this is kind of where the Bible started with the Old Testament. We're going to start with the Old Testament and we're going to make our way to the New Testament. But between now and then, we're even going to make our way to this ancient city called Petra. And it's actually a spot where they filmed Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. But nothing doomsday there. It is beautiful, it is mysterious, and I gotta tell you, you're gonna feel like you're in another world. And so what we're gonna do from there is we're also gonna make our way to the Dead Sea, and we'll have a chance to actually experience almost a beach day. Tremendous fun. And because the water is so salinated, you can't actually swim. You actually literally just float the entire time. But then again, since we're going to be staying in a really cool place, we're also going to have a chance to experience what the Jewish people were trying to find, a little oasis in the desert. And that's what we're going to be doing, experiencing a little oasis in the desert. And then we're actually going to make our way to Mount Nebo, Madaba, and Bethany and beyond. These are all of these historical places where Moses crossed and eventually Jesus would make his way through as well, encountering the temptation of Satan in the desert. And that's where we're going to be. We're going to confront our temptations, and with Christ's help, we're going to overcome them. And from there, after we leave kind of the Old Testament desert scene, we're going to be making our way to this very lush, verdant area along the Sea of Galilee. And in the Sea of Galilee, just around this very small area, we're going to experience so much about the New Testament. It's shocking because you read about it in the Bible, but now you get a chance to see it and touch it and even taste and see the goodness of the Lord with exquisite food all intermingled. And so there along the Sea of Galilee, we're going to be going to Mount Tabor and then Nazareth, the birthplace of Jesus. And then we're going to experience then eventually the holy city of Jerusalem. And there we'll go to Shepherd's Field where Jesus was born. And then we'll even make our way to the old ancient city and then even experience a private mass in the tomb where Jesus died, where he was placed, and where he also rose from the dead. That's something that a lot of groups don't ever get a chance to do. And we're going to see it in one of the most unique ways ever. I can't tell you what it is because I don't want other groups to get the ideas from how we approach it. But it's really so intense that people experience a new life. Again, all wrapped up in this, there's going to be some cooking experiences, some wine tasting, some cultural experiences where we're going to even eat with some of the locals. But most importantly, this is going to be a time for you to connect to your Bible and to connect to the Spirit that inspired the Bible to come as how we know it now. It is a living document, and the only way that you're really going to experience it is if you live it by walking in the footsteps of Jesus. I will see you in the Holy Land with Steve Angrisano and other faithful foodies to experience our faith with food and song. See you there.